Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to become a master? Not just a seeker, not just a believer, but a true spiritual master? It's not the miracles, not the blessings, not the sweet stories we love to hear. It is discipline. It is surrender. And sometimes it is pain. When Paramhansa Yogananda first met Sri Yukteswar, he felt he had finally come home. The magnetic pull was undeniable. But what he didn't expect was that the home he found was not one of comfort, but one of fire. Sri Yukteswar was not a guru who coddled his disciples. He was a lion, fierce in truth, sharp in correction, and unbending in his demand for purity. Imagine this: Yogananda, still young, still full of passion, still longing for spiritual heights, standing before his guru. He expected warmth, endless encouragement, perhaps even mystical experiences on demand. But instead, he was met with sharp words, strict discipline, and even moments where his ego was crushed. This was not punishment. This was purification. Sri Yukteswar knew something Yogananda did not. He knew that to carry the message of Kriya Yoga across the ocean, to touch millions of souls, Yogananda had to be forged into steel. Weakness could not survive. Ego could not remain. And so every harsh lesson was in fact an act of love. There's a story that when Yogananda would sometimes express his emotions too dramatically, Sri Yukteswar would simply look at him with eyes that pierced through all illusion. You are not this body. You are not these passing moods. Learn to control yourself. To the young disciple, these words were heavy, but slowly they became the foundation of his inner strength. Think about it. In our own lives, don't we sometimes wish for a guru, a mentor, someone who can show us the way? But would we truly accept them if they shattered our pride, exposed our weaknesses, and forced us to face our illusions? This is what Sri Yukteswar did for Yogananda, and that is why Yogananda became Yogananda. One of the deepest lessons he received was humility. No matter how many visions he had, no matter how deep his meditations, his guru reminded him, experiences come and go, but God is the only reality. Do not chase after powers, do not crave recognition. Seek only God. And isn't this the essence of spirituality? Today, in a world where everyone wants quick results, instant enlightenment, fast techniques, we forget that the real path is not about gaining, but about losing. Losing ego, losing pride, losing all the illusions that keep us away from truth. Sri Yukteswar was unshaken in his mission to turn a fiery young boy into a messenger of divine truth. And Yogananda, though sometimes hurt, though sometimes confused, surrendered completely. That surrender became his power. Years later, when he stood before thousands in America, radiating calmness, power, and divine love, people were mesmerized. But behind that magnetism was the silent work of his guru, who had shaped him with fierce love. Without those harsh lessons, there would be no Yogananda as the world knows him. So what can we learn from this? The Guru's harshness was not cruelty. It was compassion in its highest form. Sometimes God sends us challenges not to break us, but to remove the parts of us that are false. Sometimes the teacher appears as strict, but only to awaken the strength that is hidden within us. Ask yourself, are you willing to be transformed? Are you willing to let life's lessons, even the harsh ones, shape you into something higher? If yes, then you are walking the same path Yogananda walked. Remember this: comfort never makes a master. Fire does. And that fire is love in disguise.